I was really encouraged that you asked about Pillar 2 of AUKUS. I have it right here, Pillar 2. That's what I also was going to follow up on, just emphasizing the importance of that piece of the AUKUS relationship. There's been a lot less attention focused, at least in the media, on Pillar 2, but I think the tech sharing opportunities between our research institutions and high-tech companies are just, it's really exciting to me. So thank you to the State Department for your emphasis on implementing that. I'd like to turn to the topic of illegal fishing activities. China has by far been the leading aggressor in illegal fishing throughout the region. It's affected the economies of each country that relies on this important industry. China, through their illegal activities, have diverted all manner of economic resources. Therefore, our armed forces have been doing their part to help. They've conducted missions to counter what we've come to call illegal, unreported, and unregulated, or IUU, fishing. Mr. Crittenbrick, what diplomatic efforts has the State Department been leading to challenge Chinese IUU fishing in the region, and has any notable progress been made, especially on what we call shipwrighter agreements with our Coast Guard?
Senator, thank you. Really important question, and that was where I was going to go first, that I think our Coast Guard has been most effective here in the shipwrighter agreements in particular. I don't have in front of me the list of all the countries that we have shipwrighter agreements with, but I think our Coast Guard's presence in the region, cracking down on illegal fishing, especially through shipwrighter arrangements, helping countries in the region understand what's happening in their maritime domains and to defend their rights is probably the most important thing that we can do. But I could get back to you on those details. I would say, secondly, what we've done just across the board, more broadly speaking, is we've tried to increase partners' maritime domain awareness through the Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness Initiative. Again, the theory of the case is that when countries understand what's happening in their domains, they can better protect them. And then thirdly, I think the more we can do to publicize and shine a bright light on this activity. You are correct that we believe that the PRC is by far the country that carries out the vast majority of illegal fishing in ways that's really detrimental to the economies of the region.
Thank you. If you'd kindly get whatever information you have, the list of shipwrighter agreements would be a great start to the committee. We'll take a look, please. And then, by way of follow-up, when the Chinese government does nothing to control its fishing fleets engaged in illegal fishing, maybe you can tell us, how does the U.S. government differentiate our adherence to international conventions on fishing and maritime boundaries?
I'm sorry, Senator, I didn't catch the last part. My apologies.
When they respond, when they do absolutely nothing to control the fishing fleets that are engaged in this sort of illegal fishing, does that make it difficult to follow international conventions on fishing and maritime boundaries?
Yes, I understand. Yes, sir. Really appreciate the question. I think there are two challenges. Yes, there's shipwrighter agreements and our other actions to try to help countries to control their maritime domains. And then there are also waters on the open sea that are overfished and or overutilized in ways, again, that's detrimental to the region. So our effort there is, one, through shining a bright light on these issues, and again, secondly, trying to build the capacity of partners in the region to understand that, in addition to our own operations.
Thank you. So staying on this topic, the Coast Guard is currently analyzing what resources they require to increase their presence and increase their operational tempo in the Western Pacific. This follows a directive that I secured in the recent Coast Guard authorization. And these findings should become available and reported to Congress and the State Department as we hit the end of this year. So can I have your commitment to review those findings as soon as they become available?
Absolutely, Senator. And can I say, Coast Guard leadership in the Pacific has been absolutely tremendous. And when we did the second Pacific Island Summit, one of the most effective events we had was at Coast Guard headquarters. And I think our Pacific Island partners are really encouraged and impressed by the resources and capabilities we can bring to bear.
Well, thank you. We'll